Welcome to the second class for housekeeping. My name is Mastewal. If there is anyone who is new, I'll be teaching you a housekeeping course for the coming weeks. And before starting our classes, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn account. And also, if you have any doubts and if you want to know more, we can also check our website. That's it. And today we're gonna talk about the hygiene, the safety, and the professional conduct standards for housekeepers. When we start from the personal hygiene, like it's the first professional standard. Before the rooms, the staff must be clean, the housekeeper must be clean, and the standards which are required in the resorts, including like daily shower before the shift. I'm not gonna tell you this in depth because everyone knows this one. It's just for the protocol. So, like the body must be clean and fresh, and we shouldn't use strong perfumes. And the other thing is, we should have a clean hair, and it should always be tied back because it prevents the hair from falling into the rooms and also onto the beds and into the chemicals. So, in order to make it look like tidy and professional, we should tie it at the back. And it's preferable to have a short and clean nails. We shouldn't use a nail polish, and we shouldn't have a long nails because the long nails might trap a dirt and bacteria. And also like the polish might fall into the rooms on the floor, which would be a problem. And also the long nails might tear the gloves easily. So it's better to have a short and clean nails. And the other thing is it's not allowed to wear jewelry. For example, rings, bracelets, and necklaces might trap a dirt and bacteria, and they might trap on the towels during the folding and restocking. So it's not allowed to wear jewelry. And when we are doing the housekeeping, if we in case got a cut, we have to cover the cut in the wound because it prevents the infection. So we should immediately cover the cuts. And the hands always must be groomed because like they are the main tool for the housekeepers. So we have to make them like clean and tidy and like well groomed. And when we use a deodorant or a body spray or a perfume, it should be like neutral. It shouldn't be a strong perfume because it might irritate some allergic guests. So we can use deodorant, but it shouldn't be strong. It should be neutral. And other mandatory elements are full company uniform. It depends on the resort that we're gonna work, but mostly it will be like black trouser and white t-shirt. You are the one who's gonna buy it, like the black trouser and the white t-shirt. Other than that, the company will give you a uniform, like which you will wear it on the top. So when you are working as a housekeeper, you have to wear that uniform and you have to be professional. Because you have to order the protocol. And when you put this uniform, you become part of the resort. It shouldn't be wrinkled, it shouldn't be dirty. Like we have to clean it every time because the guests see us every time. And if they see us not being clean, they might think that the place is lazy. So like we have to be clean. And the other thing is when we wear our shoes, it shouldn't be slippery because every time we walk on the wet marble, on the wet floor, so when we clean the bathrooms or like the floors, it should, it will be a slippery and slopey. And there might be a soap, so it would be slippery. So we might fall and we might break our bones. So we should be careful when we are choosing a shoes, and it should be non-slippery. And the other thing is when we are using a gloves for the bathrooms, we have to change the gloves in every room because like we shouldn't bring the bacteria or the germs or the dirty things from one room to the other room. So whenever we wear gloves for one room, we have to change the glove for the other room. And to collect the trash and also dirty linen, we can use the heavy duty gloves because inside the trash there might be a glass or a needle or sharp objects which are inside the trash. So it might cut our hands, which will be risky. So we have to use a heavy duty gloves. And the other thing is, as I said, we can use reusable gloves for every task. For example, to collect dirty linen, to collect trash, And if needed or if required, we can use a face mask. For example, if there is a strong chemical product, or if there are rooms which have an unpleasant odor, we can use a face mask. And if it's also necessary, we can also use a protective goggles. But I don't think we need protective goggles because we mostly don't face like strong chemical products which needs a goggle. So uh, we can use face mask because some of the rooms might smell like a little bit bad, so we can use that. Is everything clear?
Yes.
Okay, if there's any question, you can ask me. Okay, the other thing is a professional behavior in the presence of the guest. So as I told you last time, housekeeping represents like the whole quality of the resort. And like even without speaking the guests, we represent the resort. So the fundamental rules include we never enter a room without knocking. So the procedure is first we knock the door firmly, and then after that we say housekeeping, and then we wait for a few seconds, and after that we knock again. And if we don't hear anything, any response, we just slowly open the door carefully. And we shouldn't speak loudly around the corridors because the noise might disturb the guests who are sleeping or resting. So this is the procedure to enter into the room to clean the rooms. And the other thing is we should never comment on the state of the room, because like even if it's dirty, I'm so sure you'll find the dirty rooms inside the resort for sure, but we shouldn't comment on the dirty rooms because the guest might be nearby or the other staff might hear it, and the gossip spreads like all over the resort, and then it would be a problem. So when we are facing a problem, for example, when we are facing a dirty room, our face should be like neutral and like no matter what we see. And instead, like we can quickly clean it and then professionally do everything. And we shouldn't judge the guests. Like professionalism is above everything. Like every guest deserves like the same respect and the same service. So we shouldn't judge everyone, and we shouldn't open suitcases or drawers or personal items. It's strictly forbidden to touch these things. We shouldn't touch it. We just clean around it, and then if there is anything, any kind of concern that we see, we will just inform to the executive housekeepers, and then they will do something. But it's not our responsibility to check if there like if that concerning thing is like dangerous or something which is like which needs some extra further investigation. And we have to always greet the guest like just good morning, good afternoon, enjoy your days kind of things, like um, not like longer conversations even if we are tired, like even if we are busy, like we have to show confidence, we have to show warmth, professionalism. So we have to greet them. We don't have to do the longer conversation, we just acknowledge and then move on. We have to smile in mental composite posture. I know when we are working as a housekeeper, it's really tiring, it's so like exhausting, like we might be really tired and we don't want to see anyone at that time, but we should smile and maintain the composed posture. Like we shouldn't put our hands inside the pocket, we shouldn't sign, and we shouldn't uh, be like in stress, because our body language is a part of the service. Even if we are stressed, when we are stressed, the guest would also be stressed. So if we look calm and professional, the guest relaxes. So we have to maintain like the smile and the composed posture. Okay, so when we come to the general things that the housekeeper handles includes like an electronic device and intimate clothing. So when we are working as a housekeeper, when we are entering into the room, the guests are like letting us to like to protected, like to clean this all things. So they're believing us. So we have to also like maintain our professionalism. So the things, to summarize the things, we shouldn't touch the electronic device, including the mouse, tablet, laptops, cameras, etc. We never move valuable items, for example, wallet, jewelry, watch, banknotes. We should never open closed wardrobes. If they are closed, they should remain closed until the guest do the checkout. And we should never comment on the guest's room with colleagues. And if the guest forgets some item, we should immediately report as a lost and found instead of taking it. And when we report the lost and found, the one that fills the form will be the executive housekeeper or the office staff. So we have to inform for the housekeeper or the office staff instead of taking the item. Okay. So the other thing is the staff safety during operations, because we have to be safe in order to work as a housekeeper. So to avoid injuries, we should lift the linen bags correctly. So first we bend like our knees and we keep our back straight, and we shouldn't push like heavy objects, heavy trolleys. Like the overloaded trolleys are like hard to control, so they might tip, they might roll away, they might strain our arms or shoulders. So we have to be careful when we are like pulling or pushing the heavy trolleys. If we need help, we can, as I told you last time, we can ask for a houseman because that's what they do. Because if it's difficult, I mean, if it's heavy, we will have a back pain or arm or shoulder breakage. So we should be careful, and we have to be aware of like weight floors. So like the weight floors are everywhere in housekeeping, the bathrooms, because we mop, we like the water spills on the floor. So we have to be careful with the weight floors. Running on them might cause like falling and breakage of bone. And we have to use a correct use of mop. We have to use the 8-figure motion instead of like doing a forward and backward. And we have to give attention when using chemical products. We should never mix different products. Like for example, mixing bleach with ammonia or acid creates like chlorine gas, which will kill you. So when we are like mixing products, we have to be careful. We have to read the label, and then we have to make sure that it's correct. And we should never stand on the chairs or improvised objects, because like the chairs might tip, the tables might slide, the boxes might collapse. So we should only use like the proper like stable ladder to reach a high places instead of like taking a risk and like standing on the chair, table, or box. So these are the things that we have to know as we are working as housekeeper, because we have to be safe. Like, and if we are not safe, we will not do the work. Is everything clear?
Yes,
Now,
yes.
if you have questions, you can ask me.
Yes, I wanted to know, what do you mean by figure 8 motion?
When we mop, I don't know how to show it to you. Like they would show you when you reach to the resort, but it means like you collect the dirt which is remained from wiping, and then you will take that one, and then you will take it to front instead of like letting it aside. But I hope like they will show you in like in person.
Okay.
Okay. The chemical products in their professional use, like the mixing the chemicals can be serious damage, as I told you. So the main types of chemicals that we use while doing housekeeping are multi-purpose cleaners, which are the general cleaning for most surfaces, which are safe more for most surfaces, like for daily cleaning. And the other one is disinfectants. They kill bacteria and viruses, and they're used in the bathrooms or high-touch surfaces, for example, in door handle or light switch. And the other one is descaling products, which are used for like to remove hard water leaves a white cast. So to remove that one, we use descaling products. And the other one is the glass cleaners. They are ammonia based or alcohol based, so they leave no residue. And the other one is the professional degreasers, which means like around the kitchen area, or like around the fan or greasy, like they leave greasy marks on the walls. For that, we can use the degreasers, and the other ones, professional air fresheners, which eliminates the odors and neutralize bad smells and add freshness to the room. Okay, so the golden rule to mix and dilute chemical is like too much product will damage the surface and it will also cost high money. So we have to make sure that it's equivalent, and too little product will not clean it. So we have to know like the amount of the things that should be added together. So never mix the products without knowing the danger. Especially as I told you, chlorine plus ammonia will cause like toxic chlorine gas. Acids plus base might cause a corrosion. So we shouldn't mix products without knowing them. First, we have to know we have to read the label, and then we can mix after that. Okay, this one I told you already, but just to revise, the room entry protocol is first we knock, and then after that we will say housekeeping, and then we will wait for a few minutes, like from 3 seconds. I mean, from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, not minutes. I'm sorry. And then after that we will wait, and after 5 seconds we will knock again. And if we don't get the answer, we will just slowly open the door, and then we will announce our presence. And then we will see if the guest is sleeping. If they are sleeping, we shouldn't clean it. But it depends on the person that you're working. Some of them will just go and then clean it, but it's preferable not to clean the house, I mean the room, if the guest is sleeping. And if we see the don't disturb mode, we shouldn't enter to that room. So check after entering the room, check the general condition of the room before starting work. Open the windows for ventilation, and then we will turn on the lights and start cleaning from the bedroom or like the bathroom. And this protocol ensures the personal safety, the guest respect, and also the mental order of the procedure. Okay, so while cleaning, we have to follow certain kind of behaviors. So we shouldn't use our personal phone. The reason is like a hygiene and the image that we impress on the guest, and also we will lose time. So using phone is strictly banned. We shouldn't talk to our colleagues around the corridors because it is unprofessional. We should speak in low tone. The guests might be inside the room, so they're resting or they're sleeping. We might disturb them, so we have to speak in low tone. We shouldn't listen music. We never throw any items which are clearly not trash. For example, if there's a garment on the bed, if there's a clothes on the bed, we shouldn't touch the bed. We just make the bed without touching the garment. I mean the clothes. And if there is any object on the floor which might not be a waste, for example, if there is a medicine or if there is a money, we shouldn't touch it. And we also can't touch we can't eat or drink the things that are inside the room. They are strictly forbidden. Okay. So the safe waste management procedures are: we should wear gloves. We always wear heavy duty gloves, which are the big ones and the thick ones, while handling any waste. We never touch trash with bare hands. And we use double layer bags we add one bag on the other one for every bin, or like double bag when removing the waste, when we are taking it out, one bag inside the other. Like it might tear out, and then the dirt might be out on the floor. So in order to avoid that, we just use two bags together. Never press the bags with our hands, because we don't know what is inside the bag. I mean, inside the trash can. We might cut our hand. We might hurt ourselves. So we shouldn't press it with our hands or with our feet. I mean, with our feet, because the sharp object might cut our hands. For the short recyclable waste, we have to sort it out. For the glass separately, for the plastic separately, for the recycling. Like we have to sort it out before taking everything together. But it depends on the resort. Some resorts will just take everything together and then they will throw it. And some of them wants you to sort out everything and then puts the on their, based on their entity. So when we come to the room fragrance standards, the resorts require neutral, light fragrance. It shouldn't be strong because the strong fragrance might cause allergies. So the professional dosed spray is like 1 or 2 sprays, not more than 2 sprays. And we shouldn't spray on the bed. It's only on the air. Okay. And the other things, the professional behavior that makes the difference, like for housekeeper, is we should move confidently. We should never run. We can run, but not in a clumsy way, because we have to run, And we have to maintain elegant posture. We never raise our voice. We never show hesitate or stress in front of the guests. We should handle laning with care, because even though we are outside, even though no one is seeing us, we have to be careful because it might fall, it might take a dirt. Many things can happen, so we have to be careful while handling the laning. And when we enter and exit into the room, we should enter and exit in silent way, and we leave the room in perfect way. Even invisible details are always available, but we have to be we should try to be clean, and we have to smile and we have to be polite. So executive housekeepers checklist for the staff evaluation include personal hygiene, a uniform which will be given by the resort for you. We have to have a professional behavior. We have to have a safety for ourselves, and we have to use a correct equipment. We have to be fast, and we should try to avoid mistakes, even though it's impossible to avoid mistake 100%. And the relationship with our colleagues and guests should be neutral. So these are the things that housekeepers must keep. This is the class for today.